Hello everybody, welcome back to SnowRunner, my hard mode playthrough. We're in the quarry map of Tamir, loading up some concrete slabs for what I believe is the last time. I think this contract, supply and demand, that we're going to be working on today is the final contract or activity that requires concrete slabs, if I'm right. So yeah, I think this is the last time we'll be loading these in this location, which is quite cool. There is quite a lot to do in the Zimnegorsk map. I'm trying to work towards completing Zimnegorsk, but I'm not so sure. Yeah, quite a lot. When you think about there's 3 more contests, and they might not take long, but it's a fair bit of logistics to get around for them. Right, so pack that and then engine off. We've got to deliver this into Zimnegorsk, and these ones, the concrete slabs, go to the factory, so down to the south of the map. So which way should I deliver them? I'm going to try something different. This may be a risk, maybe a mistake, but in the last episode I failed. Well, I got silver on one of the contests, and I maintain that this truck isn't the best for time trial contests because it's not a fast truck. But I watched somebody else's video on how to do the particular warehouse delivery contest that I got silver on, and there's a different route that I hadn't thought about that person used for the time trial. And yes, they used a faster truck than this one, but I have a suspicion that that route would have worked even with the Azov being a bit slower. So I think I'm going to try that route out. A bit risky doing it with such a heavy cargo as 2 concrete slabs first time I'm driving it, but I think I'm going to try that route out. Because if I can pull it off, it should be quite a lot quicker to get into the factory. And I just like to mix things up a bit. I don't want to just drive the same route over and over again. Even if I time lapse it for you guys, it's still boring for me. So even though there might be an element of risk to it, I think it's worth trying. So let's just focus on getting out of the quarry for a minute. Because if it is the last time that we're in here, I'd quite like to get out of it without screwing it up. Obviously the Azov is back in 2+2 configuration with the sideboard bed. Took the low saddle off, put the low saddle sideboard semi-trailer back in the Zimnegorsk garage area. May as well fill up, hadn't I? 213. So that wouldn't be a bad trailer to use to stick the 200 litres back into the fuel carrier trailer that I've got to deliver. It depends on whether I need it for a delivery. Yeah, this is a more manoeuvrable configuration, even though the sideboard trailer gives me 5 slots of cargo. Lights aren't making any difference. This is just grey, dismal rain in the Russian Federation today. It'll blow over soon, or disappear when we go through to the next map. And then this is the first of 2 deliveries for this contract. The next delivery is 4 slots of vehicle spare parts, and from what I can tell, we get those from the Drowned Lands. So we'll have to traverse back to the drowned lands, pick 4 pieces of cargo up and then come back. And the delivery is not quite the same place, but almost the same place in Zimnegorsk. And that'll probably be the main focus of today. And we'll see how the timings look. So before I start my engine, yeah, so the 5-slot semi-trailer is tucked nice and neat in the corner of the garage. Dropped that off before starting to record this episode. I have to deliver these 2 concrete slabs down to the factory, and then I have to get 4 units of vehicle spare parts to deliver to the warehouse. So from this point in, same route for both deliveries. Now the route that somebody used for the time trial to the warehouse, which was basically to go from this sawmill to the warehouse, was fairly standard across the bottom of the map over the bridge. And then they used this road. So I'm going to trace it in reverse to what they did. And they came down to here, and I've been fretting about whether or not it's possible to fix that bridge or get over that ravine somehow, and I'm pretty sure that isn't. But then what they did is, in reverse, basically down here, across here, in there, and then you're on asphalt all the way. So whereas the route I did was to leave a sawmill, go directly north to the oil field, and then across country on the east road, which is just slow and sticky. And I still think the Azov is probably not the right vehicle to do it. But if I am going to reattempt that warehouse delivery, I'm going to see how this route works. A little bit of a risk coming through this hilly, bumpy terrain with cargo, which is why I've not done it before. But I'm gonna try the route out now with 2 units of concrete slabs, which is as heavy a cargo as you get pretty much, except for maybe cement. And then if it seems like a good route, I'll use this as my main route up and down. I'd like to try and get one of the other contests done today as well. That's the easy bit. Nice easy road all the way. This is the broken bridge, quite dramatic. So down there on the just between the bridge, the left side girders, you can see a pallet of consumables. I've got to pick that up for another task, but it looks like I could crane that from the road at the top of the other side if I wanted to, if I didn't want to get down in the river. And then, okay, so this may be a challenge with a chin in this direction. This is a challenge with a chin in this direction. See if I can maybe use the rocks to get me up a bit of traction. Alright, that's... in this direction, this is quite tough. Route. But the beast of an Azov, no problem. So far. Don't count your chickens that late. Right, so now I'm just going to be careful of the camber of some of these turns because I've got to turn a couple of tight corners going downhill, which is a potentially dangerous mix. And I'm thinking really for the task, maybe this 2-slot sideboard bed and this trailer on the Tega, which means it can't have a loading crane. But for contests, I don't mind paying the auto loading. Contests aren't a part of the game I particularly enjoy, and I just want to get them done. So I don't mind paying the 150 loading fee. Right, these rocks aren't great, but a little bit of a shortcut across here. So yeah, potentially that route is alright. And from the video that I watched, it's certainly faster. Back her up a little bit. And then I'll do the left hand lock. It's a chin. I am going to drop the trailer and then see if I can get the truck moving. Then reattach the trailer with the winch. Wow, that's a nasty bit of terrain. Doing something badly wrong here. Try a totally different line. Yeah, not a nice bit of road for the chin. Right, handbrake on. See if I can now. Am I far enough back? Yeah. Get the trailer on. Yeah, I don't particularly like that as a cargo route, but I can see that it's a workable, more direct route for time trial. get it delivered. That's what fuel like at the moment. Okay, I'll fill up on the way out. Right, engine off, cargo, concrete slab, 1, 2. So that is half of supply and demand done. I am now going to get the Azov into Drownedlands and load up for vehicle spare parts, focus on getting the contract done, get that achieved. I'll see you guys in Drownedlands. Right, nice uneventful drive into the Drownedlands from Zimnegorsk. I took the logging route through quarry rather than reversing the way that I just drove in with those slabs, and that's what I will do on the return trip. So we can have a look at that route again when we go past it in a minute. Something got to be delivered there. Not sure what. Let's get 4 vehicle spare parts loaded. Vehicle spare parts on the loading platform, please. Quite a few contracts require vehicle spare parts, quarry and Drownedlands, I think. So we'll be in and out of here a couple of times. Not too fussy today. Store crane. Let's get the trailer on. Let's get out of here. Full dart, unfortunately. There we go. 4 units. Ready to go to the warehouse in Zimnegorsk. It's quite funny, this Drownedlands map. There's loads to do on Drownedlands. And a lot of it most people probably do before they move on. So I'm going to be finishing with the tasks and contracts that probably a lot of people would do early doors in Tamir. It's just the route that it took me with the exploration and opening up the regions, opening up all of the delivery and collection points for the cargo. To me, it seemed maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it is the way that most people would do it, but it just seems strange in my head that you start in Drownedlands And then I've done virtually nothing in Drownlands, and then we'll come back to it. Just did enough in Drownlands to unlock access to the other maps. Seems peculiar to me. Right, so in the quarry, we're going to take the logging trail to the southmost entrance into Zimnegorsk. And I think it probably would have been quicker to do that for the 2 concrete slabs as well. Just because of Chin getting stuck. But I'm glad that I explored that route because it is going to be useful for the time trials. I think after this contract, the only other contract left in Zimnegorsk is logging. We've got 1 task and then 3 contests. I will probably do the logging for Zimnegorsk as well because I'd like to completely finish the map and get, like we did with Rift, get all of the fuel that's left on the map out and know that I don't need to go back in there again with fuel. Start consolidating back and then quarry done. I'm sure that these long logs, as I've mentioned before, because they move when you go past them, I'm sure they're loadable. If I come in here with a log crane, I'm sure I can take those long logs. This fuel trailer on the left is one that needs to be delivered to the fuel station at the north of this map, but it's just here for this type of run convenience. The bouncy road. And there we are, Zimnegorsk. And this one needs to go to the warehouse, so we're just gonna follow our noses. There is one of the cargoes we need to collect, but I think I'd come back for it rather than trying to put it on top of a full cargo. So lights on. I said follow my nose, but then I'll go the wrong way, won't I? So let's just say here, across here, down here, and in. Just so I don't take a wrong turn. It's going slow enough, I thought I might have left my handbrake on again. Winch assistance, get some speed on. So that's not too bad. Get this contract done. Hand it in. Engine off. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. $12,000. Not too bad, really, for the amount of effort. Profile balance back up to 154. We splurged quite a lot of money getting the Aramatsu Forester, but I don't regret it at all. And we got an ANK civilian in the process. So yeah, happy with that. That's that one. Now, what is the... From a contract perspective now, Tag Royal is 100% complete. We've got the logging contracts plus some more stuff to do on this task, on this tab. And then that was supply and demand done. So on Verona, radioactive fossils, which is drownlands, is the only one left there. So really, we're cracking through this stuff. It's not too bad, is it? We're getting loads done. I think for the remaining time that I've got for this episode, I think I'll have a go at doing this. So lost instruments. It'd be nice to get another thing done. Then we've done a main contract plus the last remaining task. Okay, so I've worked out how I'm going to do this. I want to drop a trailer somewhere convenient. I'm not taking a trailer with me. Just makes me more nimble to not have it on me. But I will use it probably on the Taiga for the time trials. And one reason for wanting to do this now is that I will probably reconfigure the Azov for the next episode as a long logging vehicle, self-loading with the loading crane to do the logging contract for Zimnegorsk. And then we can call it done. So it's a different type of trailer, but I'm going to put this one down here as well. That's close enough because I can drive past it. So I'm going to leave that there. My fuel is good, so I don't need to worry about fuel just yet. I'm going to turn this way and come in here. Probably see if I can get through there to get to that one. Yeah. Get that one done because it's the odd one on this side of the map on its own. Coming into a little bit of daylight. I'm not sure if I can fight my way through those trees. Maybe it just makes more sense to go around the road and get it from the other side. Keep it easy, keep it simple, stupid, and that KISS principle. Right, yeah, this is easier way to get it. Tree stump dead ahead, that's fine. I don't need to get past it, I just need to be able to get my crane in far enough. I'll do. I'll do. Alright, crane mode, legs down. Right. Store pack cargo. Back her up. And then the next one straight across here, down here. Let's just go and get that one in the drink. Although I said just now that I could crane it from the road on the other side, but I don't think that it's worth it. Because without the trailer I can get through that terrain fairly easily. Because without the trailer I can get through that terrain fairly easily. Fairly easily. There's something in this terrain that this chin doesn't like though. It glides over most terrain, but there's a couple of things here. I think it's those roots that are buried in the mud. I think that's what it is. It's getting caught up on those snarly roots. Yeah. Not nice terrain for this truck. Most trucks probably just coast over that without even noticing that there are any roots, but this one, because of its chin complaint, is a bit of a bummer. See if I can get this from here. What's that road then? Just drag it. Not very elegant. There we go. Unpack. Repack. So that's 2 out of 4. I'm just conscious there's a it looks to me it's gone a bit misty now, so it's difficult to see, but it looks like there's a ramp. Yeah, that kind of looks like a drivable ramp there. So the next one is here, but I've got 2 cargo on, so I don't think I should. I think I should back up, try and turn around. Without pulling myself over. This is not a nice river, is it? Turn myself around. Get on a big old tree. Get these two delivered. Spin the camera so I can see the terrain. Yeah, that's a pretty horrible bit of river. That does look, that is drivable. That's got tire tracks on it, so that is a route that gets used. Interesting. Probably should have scouted this whole ravine properly, because there's all kinds of options, I suppose. Right, let's see if I can get through without those roots snarling me. See, it just stops, like, so you can just about see some roots in the ground there. It hits those, and it's like hitting a concrete barrier. Does not want to get past them. All kinds of trouble with my mouse at the moment. Horrible terrain for this vehicle. I say most vehicles probably would just run through this without even noticing. Yeah, that's grim stuff. But that I feel that those roots have all been lifted in through that soft, squidgy mud, specifically to give this chin a problem. I feel a bit victimised. Encourage you to take the longer routes around, I suppose. I want to try that route in the Taiga with the balloon tyres. I would just bounce the hell over all of that lot. Right, how am I doing for fuel? Not bad, half a tank. Let's get these two delivered and then go and get the other two. Engine off, cargo, 2 consumables of 4. Now, make sure I know where I'm going. So I'm going to fill up with fuel on the way out. Then I'm going to come over the bridge. Spirit of exploration. I'm going to have a little look at this. I'm just gonna have a look. If I don't feel like it's traversable terrain, I'll go the long way around. But always nice to explore. It isn't much of a detour. Ooh, that's another one of the... Look, there's absolutely nothing on that road. But they just did 15 points of suspension damage, 8 points of tyre damage, for no reason at all. Oin. So yeah, that on the right there, before I was so rudely interrupted, that is an alternative route in and out of that river area. But I just don't see that river area as being appealing. I'm definitely not getting this truck up anywhere here, am I? Could probably get it down there if I wanted to. Is this a mistake? How about do it before you have a chance to think about it and talk yourself out? And then whack a crane or whack a winch onto that nice big substantial tree and use that to help me turn. There we go, that saved me a bit of time. Pretty unconventional, but like I say, do it before you can think about it. Not so bad, but definitely better than driving down through the messy stuff we just went through. Nice to do something different. I'm often accused of overthinking everything. Well, I thought I'd give underthinking things a try. Right, so load this up. Normally, you know, there's no way in the real world you would be craning on this slope, but hey. Handbrake is on. Crane mode. Legs down. Camera, better angle. Do actually. Restore crane, pet cargo, engine on. Actually, engine off. Get rid of all of that because I just just banzaied it off the edge of there. That's not bad. That's not a bad little shortcut for a truck like this. Cope with that, no problem. And then I need to get to here. So I think that is a case of just follow this trail down, past where we got the step, try and avoid the mud as much as I can, and across to here, here, and then we're done with that collection. And then it's a fairly simple drive home to deliver those two. And that'll feel like a good bit of progress, because these are two of the time-consuming activities in this episode. So double delivery of 4 slots each, picked up on other maps and brought into Zimnegorsk with the concrete slabs and then the vehicle spare parts, and then also the running around all over the wilderness of Zimnegorsk to pick up these consumables. So, both of which are quite time-consuming things, so it's good to get those done in one episode out of the way finished. Stuck on... there's roots, look. Yes. Roots in the mud. Because you can basically see the chin is just skating through the mud. So those roots probably affect this vehicle more than any other. Well, that was deeper than I thought it would be. Sorry driver, you're going to need a shower after that. Wow, look how deep that is. That's funny. Sorry, mate. Slopping mud out of his boots now. Which way? Left. Having got these two done, I think I'll probably be starting the next episode with this truck in logging configuration, and then this 2-slot bed on the Taiga, and we'll see how long the logging takes as to whether or not I can have a go at the contests. But next episode will probably start with the logging for Zimnegorsk. There it is, that's where we want to be turning on. Right. Frame mode, legs down. Restore the crane, repack the cargo, done. Engine off, make sure I know which way to go. So back on the road, down through here, this one, across, in, deliver. So this will definitely be the last thing I do on the episode. This is as long a recording as I can manage to edit. As I said before, editing is taking me a lot longer now that I'm getting fancy with voiceovers spliced over the top of time lapses and so on. Taking me longer to edit, but then I'm enjoying it because I've learned and I'm learning new skills. Right, there we are. What is that? Oh, that's a trailer store. Right on a loading bay, so it threw me a little bit as to what it was. So this should complete the final task of Zimnegorsk, which is pretty sweet. Very pleased with that. 1, 2. 6 grand plus some meaningless XP. You found it. Wonderful. My boss will be very happy indeed. Thank you. You're most welcome, sir. Set. So that's pretty good, right? We've got task-wise, we've got 3 contests left, plus the one that we got silver on, which I may or may not retry. We've got just the one Veroni. Then it's basically hub recovery stuff and logging. So the logging for here is test flight, obviously the last one that I clicked. So 17,000. I'm going to have to buy a long logging trailer. I've got to bring 3 batches of logs. Oh blimey, that's quite a lot, isn't it? So 3 batches, I'm going to accept that now. 3 batches of logs. And I think the place to get them is this logging station in the quarry. And I'm pretty sure that the loose logs on the floor will be what I pick up to do that, I think. Okay, so I'm going to wrap the episode here. Got quite a bit done, really. One contract done, 1 task, but quite time consuming for both of them. So it's nice to get them both done out of the way. Next episode we will probably start with logging. I'm pretty sure that's what we'll be doing. And then we'll see about the contests. But 3 lots of long logs into this map, that's probably 1 episode on its own, isn't it? Depending on how much I cut and time lapse on that. So hope you enjoyed the episode. I hope to see you in the next episode. And in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.